I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
To celebrate the impending 30th anniversary of Batman, The Hollywood Reporter is taking a look back at the 1989 film that kickstarted a box office franchise which has seen its fair share of triumphs, tragedies, and some very strong opinions as to who should don that mask and cape. Now, the crazy thing is, Batman almost never made it to the big screen. The film, which made a huge $411.5 million globally, took 10 years to come to fruition after being rejected from nearly every Hollywood studio, something which shocked Michael Uslan, who had risked everything to purchase the rights to the film on October 3rd, 1979. Uslan had been teaching the world's first ever college-accredited course on comic books when he caught the attention of Sol Harrison, the vice president of DC Comics in New York, and was very quickly offered a job. However, when Uslan expressed his desire to buy the rights to the film property, Harrison pleaded with him to reconsider, saying, "Don't you understand that after Batman went off the air on TV, the brand became as dead as a dodo? Nobody's interested in Batman anymore." And so began the decade that Uslan refers to as a human endurance contest, until Uslan and his business partner Benjamin Melniker pitched their idea over the phone to Peter Guber, an executive at Casablanca Records, which was planning to launch a film division. Guber took to the duo's vision and agreed to put up the development money, instigating the project's journey to the big screen. Batman bounced around from studio to studio until finally landing at Warner Brothers with producer John Peters, and the team then turned to animator turned director Tim Burton, who was coming off of two box office hits, Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Beetlejuice. Uslan remembers the key words that Burton told him regarding this Batman adaptation, explaining that Tim said, "This is not a movie about Batman. If we're going to do it seriously, this is a movie about Bruce Wayne." The drive to make a serious movie about the protector of Gotham City meant that the casting of comedic actor Michael Keaton in the titular role was met with intense backlash. In fact, tens of thousands of letters were sent to Warner Brothers Pictures in protest.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, at first, Uslan had the same mentality as the fans. "I thought they were joking when they told me Michael Keaton was cast," he recalls. "We've been at this for 7.5 years now to do a dark and serious Batman, and they appear to want to hire a comedian." But after seeing Keaton's performance in the 1988 addiction drama Clean and Sober, Uslan realized that the Mr. Mum actor was in fact the right person for the job. Keaton's casting proved to be just the first controversy in assembling the ensemble. Blade Runner Sean Young was originally cast in the role of Vicky Vale, the photographer and love interest for Bruce Wayne, but things took a turn after a table read in front of Warner Brothers executives. Recalls Robert Wuhl, who played the journalist Alexandra Knox in the film, more than a few of Sean's lines were lost in the rewrite, and about halfway through she made a comment that, "I feel like I'm disappearing from the pages," and then proceeded for the rest of the reading to read in a monosyllable, monotone voice. It sucked all the energy out of the room. After that, more Vicky Vale was added to the script, but the way she sabotaged the rest of the reading with all the brass there on the most expensive movie of all time, people's jobs are on the line. That was a really touchy moment. As it turns out, as principal photography was set to begin, Young had a horse riding accident that left her unable to perform the role. To some Warner Brothers executives, this was a blessing in disguise. The fact is, they were very happy to replace her, says Wuhl. Michelle Pfeiffer was producer John Peters' top choice to take over the role of Vicky Vale, but this option was shut down by Keaton himself, as he and Pfeiffer had previously dated and broken up. Says Wuhl, "At the time, Michael told me he was trying to get back with his ex-wife. Keaton was firmly and underlined firmly against that casting of Pfeiffer, and he and Peters got into it." Now, in a classic case of things coming full circle, Pfeiffer of course went on to replace a pregnant Annette Bening in the Batman sequel, 1992's Batman Returns, portraying Selina Kyle/Catwoman to much praise.
Meow.
And so the role of Vicky Vale went to Kim Basinger, and she was immediately asked to fly to the set in London, bringing with her her own creative vision for the character and how she would fit into Gotham. "I wanted her to be tough in the newsroom, but I wanted her to be feminine like Cinderella," Basinger says. In one scene, Vale lies about her weight in a line that would never fly today, but could fly under the radar in 1989.
How much do you weigh?
About 108, I think.
I loved that moment in the movie when we're supposed to go up on the grapple gun and Batman asks Vicky's weight and she says 108, Basinger says. Body shaming wasn't a thing then. You couldn't be skinny enough. It wasn't pro curves like Kim Kardashian. I do love the joke with Vale and how Batman calls her out on it. Michael could always pull off that kind of dialogue. Not so easy to pull off, literally, Batman's rubber suit, with Basinger expressing her sympathy for Keaton for having to wear it. I know they paid Michael well for the role, but that thing was built like a car, so heavy and hot, she recalls. He was in that all day for months, turning shoulder to shoulder to see. To read so much more in the making of 1989's Batman, head to thr.com. For Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.